Oh, I thought that was lightning then, bunnies. Scared the poopy out of me. Oh wait, I need to poop. There we go. There we go. Right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you your breakfast. And then I can sort out your blankie. There you go. Right. Is that lined up? Okay. I shall return, bunnies. Oh, shall I? Underneath the table. There we go. You doing good? You still got breakfast? Well done, little ones. I say a quick hello. Hello everyone. Ba-do-do-do. Dee-dee-dee-dee. I was just trying to sort out the area under the table, but the bunnies were too interested whilst I was doing it, so I was like, oh, I'll just get Chat to watch you for a bit. Good morning, Champsla and Tom and Kate and Saffron and Lucy and Bulba and Zara and Matrix and Doodles and Rob and Arnhul and Dave and Hetland and Mundy. How are you all doing? How's it going? I just have to grab one more blankie and then I am done. Oh, Turkey, thank you very much for the 19 months. And Expelliarmus, thank you very much for the 4 months. Good morning. And Shark Dog, thank you very much for the 53 months. I see buns. Huzzah, all is right in the world. Good. Banooies. It is cold and windy. I mean, I'm actually quite warm, but that's just because I've been fanning around with blankies. But it do be heckin' windy outside. Good morning, Octopus. I'm very excited to see more Zeldoc stuff. Ah, yeah, hopefully it'll be good fun and I won't be too knackered from doing Kirby before. Right. I'm going to leave you back here with the banoos and I shall return in... Oh, thank you. I shall read that in a minute. So fluffy. Definitely one of the mood blanket. Thank you. Okay, I'm coming back. Phoebe, you go on here. Okay. There we go. One final one for you, and one final one for you. A doot doot. Shark Dog, thank you very much for the bits. Did anyone say Hype Train? Dave, thank you for the bits as well. Hype Train, I love that band. Thank you. And thank you for the follow. Okay, I am back with you now. Oh, there was a sneaky one over there. Gerry, you're not going to go for it? Don't know if you spotted it. It's right there. Oh, Fifi's going to find that first. There we go. Fifi found it. Right. Where was I? My ears hurt. Buns help before seeing the doctor. Oh, I hope they're okay. Shadow does get to play the game too this time. That is true. Steve, oh, good morning, Joe. I did enjoy my holiday. It was very lovely. It was very relaxing, very nice. And I've sort of hit the ground running since being back because it's been a busy couple of days and it's going to be a busy week. Even though the schedule doesn't reflect it very much, it is a busy week. To the point where I was planning on, I was meant to be doing a charity stream on Tuesday that I've been planning for months. But I was just at the point where I was like, I don't have time to do this. I've got too much else to do. So I'm delaying it for a bit. That, and also the fact that it's like, I'm joining Shadow on Tuesday for her charity stream. And also there's because it's September, there's a million subathons going on as well. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to hold off and do it a bit delayed so that people have a chance to have been paid again in between all of these other things. Isn't the Pickaxe Podcast week this week? No, that's next week. This week is just, I've got 2 day recordings and then I've got 4 brand deals over the course of a week, but 2 of them are off stream and 2 of them are streams, and it was just one of those things that I really like the 4.5 year sub badge. The pink one. Good morning, cow. So yeah, there will be a charity stream, but it will just be I've got a different plan for it than what I was going to do on Tuesday. So hopefully people will still like it. Fingers crossed. And it gives me a bit more time to plan it and not just come back from holiday and then be hitting the ground running with that on top of everything else. Because I wasn't feeling very well over the weekend and I was like, I literally now just need to get through this week. And and then I can start doing stuff when I get out of it. But I think I'm okay. I think I just went out in the rain too much on holiday and I have delicate baby lungs that make me wheezy easily. But yeah, the holiday itself was great. Can we expect more Briny Games Night crossovers? Oh, I wish that would be that would be lovely, but sadly I don't really know enough about tabletop stuff to be on Games Night. So it was nice when I did get to help Ben building those models, because I think that's the closest I'm ever going to get. Unless I do me some learning, which I guess I could do. If I pitched an idea for it, maybe, I don't know. Did you know pink used to be considered a manly colour because the red was associated with passion? Yeah, I know back in Victorian days it was always pink for boys and blue for girls. I don't know at what point it crossed over. But I assumed it was because it was connected with red. But yeah. Tuesday is going to be crazy, but looking forward to playing Peak and Planet Crafter at the same time. There shall be no planet this week, Sag. Sadly, no planet. But it does mean getting to play. I think we're going to be doing... See, this was the thing. Then the next Tuesday, I think Sophie might be doing a subathon whilst we're doing that stream. So I was just like, I don't think there's a way that I can really... It's one of those things that... So basically, tomorrow is Gerry's 11th birthday, which is why I wanted to do a charity stream, because it's like him's birthday, and I thought that's a really lovely reason to do a little celebration stream. And obviously raise money for bunny charities. But yeah, I just forget that his birthday lands in bloomin' September, so all those streamers do tend to jump on it a bit. But yes, his 11th birthday. Will there be fireworks? No, there will be cake, and there will be cuddles. Someone said that the bunnies missed me whilst I was on holiday. I get the feeling that the bunny... Well, I think Fifi remains quite the same, but apparently Fifi was just angry for a lot of the week. But Gerry, I think maybe he just didn't really relax properly when he's in a different place, because he came back and he was knackered. Like, he flopped and just was in a deep sleep for most of the day. On Saturday, he was just the sleepiest little guy. He was like the sleepiest I've ever seen him. So I get the feeling that he didn't... Oh my gosh, that'll wake you up. I get the feeling that maybe he just was, sleeping, obviously, but not like deep sleeping. So he was just knackered. I think I just hadn't put the fence over there down properly, and it must have clicked into place. But they had an exciting time when they got back, because whilst they were away, I redid their entire room. So before I left on holiday, I sort of gutted it and cleaned everything. And then when I got back, I assembled everything. So they had that to explore as well. So I don't know if that tuckered him out too. But their room is a lot more presentable now, thankfully. Are you a sleepy guy? He looks quite sleepy at the moment because his face is molting, so it gives him sort of bags under his eyes. But it's just his molt lines. But yeah, apparently Fifi was just thumping at the lady who they were boarding with for like the first 3 days. Every day I'd be like, how are they doing? And I'd just get sent a video being like, Fifi's still angry at me just for existing. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. He looks so skinny. Please feed him lots of treats. I shall have to, especially tomorrow. But also, the other reason I wanted to do a charity stream this week, which I know there's no point mentioning it as I'm not doing it now, but this is to prepare you for the future when I do it. do. But yesterday was Fifi's gotcha day. So we've officially had Fifi for 6 years now. 6 years of chaos. So yeah, that's very lovely. Tea. She's lost her head. There it is. But yeah, 6 crime-filled years. Our two are molting like crazy at the moment, but Bunny Boy hates being brushed. Yeah, Fifi is sort of tolerant of smoothing, like the smoothing methods of brushing. And if she's cuddled with Gerry, I can get away with it a bit more. Gerry will let me just sit and steal tufts. He's very chill about such things. Aren't you, baby boy? You trying to get up? I don't have anything. I'm sorry, my angel. I just got cuddles for thee. Good morning, Rob. So yes, expect I'm gonna let all of these stinky streamers get all of their subathons out of their system. And then on the 1st of October, I shall begin my charity stream. So hopefully people will get paid at the end of the month and they don't have to worry about... This isn't me saying you've been paid, you have to give money, but I mean like you have to look after yourselves first and foremost. Charity begins at home, as they say. Imagine getting paid. So yeah. I was also going to start in October. Oh, are you doing a little charity stream too? Well, I get the feeling that there's going to be lots of charity streams in October, as a lot of people do them for the spooky season, which is because you've got like, what is it? People do Spooktober and stuff. But yeah, I'll look for the bun tax on my pace. Our long-haired collie is shedding like crazy now that it's got colder. I have to clean the carpets like every 2 days. Yeah, I get the feeling that cousin is doing a lot of overtime cleaning up bunny floof at the moment. But yes. Yes. Spoopy charity to provide xylophone sticks to skeletons. Once you've done your charity stream, you can start playing Silksong and we can prevent to wind down the channel. No, I will be playing Silksong on the... Will it be like the 13th of January? I can't for the life of me actually remember what day. Oh my gosh, Hades 2 having an announcement date. Move aside, Silksong. Get out. I'm so excited to finally play on the 25th of September to finally play Hades 2. You're going to have a tough time choosing? Nah. Hades 2 all the way. Greek mythology, baby. But the reason that I wanted to... So it's a couple of reasons. January is my streamiversary, and the first game I ever streamed was Hollow Knight, so I thought it would be nice to do Silksong on the day that it's not going to be a subathon or anything. I won't ever be doing one of those, but it'll be like just a fun little celebration, just like, woo, I've done this before. Good morning, Blue Cross. Good morning, Hannah. How's it going? And then, so yeah, I'm going to play Silksong then, because I figured that also gives people time to play it themselves and not have to be, worrying about, like, spoilers. And also, like, a lot of people play it, like, I wouldn't want to play it at the same time as Kirsty and that sort of thing. So, I shall be holding off until January to play it as a little fun retirement stream where as soon as I finish Silksong, I will never stream again. But as for Hades 2, I bet it's going to come out at like 5 p.m, so I might have to do a late one that day. I will do Potato Mike for the authentic experience. No webcam, Potato Mike. Not saving the VODs. All of those things. But yeah, I think it is, to be honest, I think it is good. I mean, ignore what I literally am just saying, because I know Hades 2 is coming out. And I'm playing it straight away. But I think a lot of the time with streaming, it's good to give things a bit of a, a bit of a time before you play them. Because like I said, it gives other people time to play them and not want to get spoiled. So yeah. But Hades 2, a lot of the time they've had all of the early access time with that. So here's me making my excuses. I just feel like I've waited long enough. That's the real reason. I'm just excited. And I really don't want to it's one of those games I really don't want to get spoiled for. And I've already been spoiled for it by bloody Star. I was like, I don't want to know what characters are in it. I don't want to know like the gods that are in it. I don't want to know, which hubris-filled people are lurking in the depths of Tartarus. But then Ben Starr is just like, I voiced this character in Hades 2, and I'm just like, shut up. Shut up. So, but yeah, I want to go in the first time not knowing whomst I'm going to encounter. But yeah, Colin Bryan voices someone as well. Ooh, because I've sort of made my guesses as to who I would like to see in the game, who I think would be good. But I've not confirmed or denied. There are a couple that I do know are in it, just because I did watch one of the trailers and it was quite easy to be like, oh, that must be this person. But I think I started watching it and then I was like, no, no, I don't want to see. So yeah. Drew, thank you very much for the 61 months and at tier 2. Oh my goodness. Thank you. But yeah, I'm the trailer annoyed me a bit at the end by showing a group photo of the gods. Yeah, I didn't get that far. I started watching it and then I got to a point where I was just like, no, this is too many spoilers, so I stopped. I was like, I don't want to know anything. So yeah. I think the trailer I watched was like the first announcement one where you didn't really see much anyway, thankfully. So I only know one of the characters. Well, two, because Mundy just said one of them that I didn't know. But so now I know 3, I guess, because of the Ben Starr one as well. But yes. I'm excited for you to play it. I've had a lot of fun with early access. Yeah, it seems like everyone I know who has played it so far, like Rithian says, like, oh, you're gonna love it. So yeah. Fingies crossed. And I'll obviously have to go through the painful times at the beginning of... That's just like how those games go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, there are people I would like to see in it. Like, I would like to see... I think it was a shame that Hephaestus wasn't in the first one as like a person who you go to for the hammer upgrades. I think that would be good. I imagine that given the theme of this one, I am curious as to whether you're going to see Medea at some point, because that would be very in keeping, but I don't know. Trying to think who else would be good. Is she the fly in Zeus's head? That's Metis. Metis is the mother of Athena, and was the fly that got eaten. Medea is she's like the niece of Circe, the witch, so a granddaughter of Helios, and she was also very witchy. She basically helped Jason from Jason and the Argonauts win the Golden Fleece with her witchcraft. So I think she would be very in with the whole Hecate theme. But yes. Oh, it's so windy. It's doing the thing where it sounds like the door knocker is going, but it's just the wind blowing it. Short Dicks, thank you very much for the 11 months. How you doing? How's it going? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope all is good with you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just couldn't believe that they just dropped because I swear I had said, I bet it's going to be out in September. I was like, I have this gut feeling that there's like a September release date, and then they hadn't said anything, and then all of a sudden it dropped, and I was like, I knew it. So yeah, good times. Because that was my second thought of when to do this charity stream is I was like, oh, what if I did, because occasionally, I was like, Gerry's turning 11, maybe I should do an 11-hour stream, or Fifi's 6th gotcha day, so maybe I should do a 6-hour stream, and if I did it on the 25th, then I could just spend all that time playing Hades 2, but I've had a different idea now. That is a bit longer, but not in one go, which I think is better for me, because I'm very old now, Gandalf. I might not look it, but I am. Gerry's like, you look it, mate. What if you played another beloved series until Hades 2 released? I don't think there being Retropolis 1 and 2 really counts as a series as the problem on Hall. But I did consider that. I mean, we are definitely on the same page with the game that you're thinking of. It's a very long time to stream, to be fair. Yeah, and I think I'm just still... Hello, baby boy. I think I'm just still grumpy about the fact that there's no Twitch things anymore. I used to like being able to end a charity stream, back when I did like 12-hour ones, having the last hour being Twitch things, it felt right. And then they took it away, and I just haven't had the urge to do such a long stream ever since. Unless we all, for the final hour, I'll book out the lanes in Bristol and everyone just has to travel. Morning, Garrick. But yeah, I never got to experience Twitch things. Oh, it was such a good time. It was such a good time in the world of charity streams. You can still do karaoke, just keep the music on a separate sound stream. I think either way it gets, it would just have to be a deleted VOD sort of thing. But yeah, it was such a good time. But then again, I've seen people do karaoke streams. There's like a big stream name that I don't really know, because I don't really watch streamers, because I just spend time with bunnies when I'm not here. But like Smosh, is it Smosh or like Smoosh? Didn't they do a Jingle Jam charity stream? Smoosh, Smosh, Smosh, Smoosh, Smosh, Smosh. Is it Smosh, or am I just completely making that up? Boba did one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Hello, Mazaira. How's it going? But yeah, I think I personally would find it very, if I did one and then just had it as a public thing, just me singing along to no music. It would be like those, you know, the music videos without sound, the really awkward ones where you can hear like the squeaking of shoes. I think it would feel like that. Um, so yeah, I don't think I'd want to do it that way. I think it would have to be a sneaky, let's do the video and then just delete all of the evidence. And you had to be there. Um, but I think, oh, what was the other thing I was going to... The thing I liked about Twitch Sings was the fact that you weren't doing it on your own. Like, the fact I only ever did duets gave me the confidence to do it. Because it was like, if someone else has enough confidence to sing half of the song for me to sing the other half to, then I can have the confidence to sing with them. That was what I liked about it. I'm still so sad that they took it away. It was just such a time. It really was a time. But yeah. Could just do sea shanties. Just get one of the Johns, long or otherwise, against their will, to come down. I don't like to make divisive statements or say things that are, you know, sexist in any way. But there's no way that I can say this without calling out boys. So, basically, I don't know if you can see him in the background. Gerry, for the last, year, has had this bad habit where he licks his own wee. And I was like, is this something I should worry about? And I've been researching it. And apparently it's just something that's really common in boy bunnies. And I'm just like, why boys out there licking their wee? Not all boys, not all boy bunnies. But why is it? Why are they like this? Because literally the entire subreddit was just like, my boy used to do that. Boy bunnies just do these things. I'm just like, why? Spent the last week dog sitting 2 Labradors, 1 boy, 1 girl, and this 100% checks out. I just... Look, this was supposed to be a secret. Which boy let you in on the club? It's Gerry. He does it shamelessly. He never tries to hide the fact that he's doing it. And I will call out his name. I'll be like, Gerry, and he'll look at me and be like, yep. And then if I don't say anything else, he just goes straight back to doing it. And I'm just like, why, baby boy? Why are you doing it? I never noticed that in my boy bunny. Gerry never used to do it, but it's like, ever since I started using pee pads and he's had easier access to just his own pee, because he uses the pee pads, he's just been like, well, don't mind if I do. And I'm like, oh, I mind if you do. Little baby boy. Look at you. But yeah, never seen Fifi do it. He's just very self-sufficient, yeah. So I've had to try and swap out the pee pads as soon as I see pee. But when Insane Clown Posse entered the chat, sorry, what? No, as soon as I see that he has peed on the pee pads, I'll try and swap it out quickly. But overnight, I can't get to it. And then he's just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, why? Why? Rowdy, thank you very much for the 44 months. Thank you. How you doing? How's it going? Just let the man drink. Magnets, how do they work? Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I was trying to tell... On holiday, we went out for this meal. And I tried to pick my fork up with my knife. And Trot looked at me like, what the heck are you doing? So I was like, I tried to, you know, when you're thinking of one word, but another word just comes out? I was trying to say that when I was growing up, there was a restaurant in my town. I say restaurant. It was Frankie and Benny's. It wasn't anywhere fancy. And it wasn't even in my town. So that's a lie. It's in Stevenage. But there was Frankie and Benny's, and they had magnetic cutlery. So you could pick up the forks with the knives. And we always found it really like, I don't know, it was just good fun. It was just a good time. And I tried to say this, but I accidentally said there was one restaurant in my town that had metallic cutlery. And then Trot was just looking at me like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, so they stuck to each other. And he was like, did you mean magnetic? And I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. And he was like, I thought you grew up in a town where you were only allowed like wooden spoons or something. Like you all had to be protected. I was going to be like, did your town also make you wear like really tight jackets? I was like, oh, wait, no, that's not what I meant. But yeah. Oh, that was the exciting thing that happened on holiday as well, was, thank you for the follow, I did Aerial Gorilla. Of course it's not called Aerial Gorilla. I did the Center Parks Aerial Adventure, which ends in you ziplining across the lake. And it was really lovely. I really enjoyed it. I was so scared on the day, and the person who I talked to, I'd still love to do it again for Comfort Zone with Kirsty, because I'm, you know, it's not like I've done it once and I'm confident now. But I was, when we had like booked it in the day before as a bit of a spur of the moment thing, a group of us were just like, yeah, let's do it. So we just did it. And then I was like, when we were getting there, oh, should I tell the full story or is it too much information? Maybe I'll just tell the full story. I've already outed Gerry for his wee habits. Why not out myself? So I did that thing, you know. I think this is a fairly universal thing, but maybe it is just a me thing. But you know when you go away somewhere new, and even though you feel relaxed, your body is like, nah, I'm not gonna poo, mate. I'm just gonna hold it. And you're like, but we've been to toilets before. This is just a standard toilet. You feel safe, and it's just like, no, I don't trust it. And you're like, please. So I went on holiday on the Monday and the aerial adventure was on the Thursday. And when I woke up on Thursday, my body was still like, no, we don't trust this. But I was starting to feel like, you have to do this now because this is dangerous. So please. So on Thursday morning, I finally managed to poo, which was nice. But the aerial adventure, we had to get there for 9, and it was at like 7:30 that my body was finally like, actually, no, I feel great. Let's just go for this. And then it was sort of a bit like the floodgates opening. And then it went too far the other way. So that like 5 minutes before I was meant to be on this aerial adventure, I was just, you know, sort of sweating and praying. But I managed to make it there on time. So anyway, that was the build up to me going on this thing. I was worried that at that point, I was like, I'm just going to start, you know, the people below me are going to have to watch out on this thing because there's no stopping this now. So anyway, I was really nervous. And I was saying to the person who was like putting my harness on and stuff, she was like, how are you feeling? And I was like, actually, I feel really nervous. I'm not very good at this stuff. You know, I'm a very anxious person. And she gave me such a lovely pep talk about the whole thing. And she was just like, do you know what? in like an hour. You're going to finish this. You're going to show your brain who's boss. You've got this, you know, you're going to do. And I was just like, oh, thank you. And that made me feel a lot better. And then the person who didn't make me feel a lot better though was, so you put your harness on and they safety check it. And then you go round and they put you on, like, they give you like a little safety talk and they tick you off again. And then they put you onto the like wire, the overhanging wire that, they, you know, they make sure that you can like follow round. Meanwhile, my brain would have gone an entire hour without bathroom access. Yeah, see, that was what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what if more happens? But yeah, they put me on and then they take you around and then you have to dangle fully, putting your entire weight onto the rope just to prove that your harness is good. And the lady who tested that bit said to me, she was like, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm a bit nervous, but you know, I'm going for it. And she said to me, she was like, don't worry about it. We have literally never had an accident on this. And I was like, you may as well have told me I was one day from retirement, because now all I'm thinking was like, today's the day. So I was like, why would you tell me this? I was like, I know it's meant to comfort me, but now I'm like, I feel like there's just a big, it's just, we've tempted fate now. But it was really good. And I had a good time. But the reason that this story was literally unsinkable. The one thing that did scare me is in the build up to the big zip line, there were 4 mini zip lines, and they were like, on the first 2 you'll be fine because there's like ropes, guide ropes that, worst comes to worst, you can pull yourself along with. But if you don't land the landing correctly on the final 2, we have to get the big stick. And I was like, I don't want to be poked with the big stick. I don't want everyone to see me getting poked with the big stick. So luckily I didn't get stuck on any zip lines. But I had a really lovely time. And the order that we went in meant that I had Trot in front of me and Alex behind me, so I had encouragement from both sides. And there were a couple of times that I had to be like, Trot, can you stick your hand out for me? And all he had to do was just like stand there with his hand out, so I knew I could catch it if I needed to. But I was just like, thank you. He was very patient and very encouraging, bless him. So yeah, they be good friends. Yeah, I felt very blessed to not have people up there just being like, just do it. It was good. Big sniffer, Gerry. Big snoof. But on that Thursday, so we rented, I didn't get a picture with the big stick. And also, when we finished it, when we like walked back round from the zip line to the place to take the harnesses off, looking like, you know, cool kids out of Top Gun, with our wedgies, there was a person who got stuck, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to bring out the big stick. But by the time they had gone to get it, the guy had wriggled himself free, and I was just like, damn it, I wanted to see how big the big stick was. But we were walking along and I just heard like, oh, what was it they were calling it? They were like, we've got a dangler. And it just got shouted down the lines, and then they were like, get the big stick. But yeah, it was good fun, and I'm glad I did it. But when I got up to the very top bit, and the guys were doing the safety checks whilst our friends were going down the big zip line, they were like, do you have any animal facts? And I was just like, you know, when you suddenly just panic because you've been asked something, and I was like, I can't think of a single animal. So I was just like, bunnies aren't rodents, they are legomorphs, and wombats do square poos. I was like, that's all I can think of, I'm sorry. I don't remember if I said anything else. But as soon as I got to the end of the zip line, I was like, I should have told them about echidna penises. But I just hadn't thought of it at the time. That was my one moment, that was. But yes, it was good. But in that one day, we got up, we walked. I mean, first of all, the first big adventure I did was a massive poo. Then I did the aerial adventure. Then we went for a cycle, then bowling, then swimming, then another cycle. And by the end of that day, I was knackered. I woke up the next day and my body was like, what did you do? We hurt in places we'd forgotten about. I was like, yeah. But it was a really good time. Yee. Well, bunnies, would you like your random mixture of... Oh, I guess you would. I guess you would. Right, come over here, and then come back round. Come back round here. Fifi. There we go. Something like that. Oh. Should I dump it out for you? What would she do? I think it's all in Fifi. There you go. I cut them some little bits of grass, but they're so fine they've sort of stayed in the bowl. I'll put the bowl there in case you want to lick it. Oh, there's a bit. There's a bit of rosemary there, Gerry, if you want it. I think he quite likes rosemary, whereas Fifi's not that keen. I think that's all of it. Well done, bunny. No, that was just me putting the bowl back. Well done, little buns. So yeah, all in all, Centre Park's good times. Oh, also, maybe I shouldn't. We played Blood on the Clock Tower a bit as well, which is good fun because we had like lots of different. It was like 3 bedrooms in the place, and the bathroom and the living room. So we played a bit of Blood on the Clock Tower, going off into different rooms. But I think I actually had a go at storytelling, and my first go at storytelling was so awful that we had to start again because I had chosen a role that made no sense whatsoever. So I was just like, should we just begin again? And I trusted the thing to randomize it for me. So I had my second go at storytelling that went better. But yeah, we got to play some just like Teensyville type ones. that were good fun. But we were playing, I think there was a couple of us who had played before. I think I had played the most, and I've not really played very much. And then Trot has played a couple. But we played one game where we didn't realise that in Teensyville, the demon and the minion aren't meant to know who each other are. And I I finally found out. Basically, I finally found out who my demon was. But it was like their first time ever playing an evil role. And we had also, drinks had been acquired at this point. And it was such chaotic plays that I had such a good time. Like, we lost. But I was just like, I'm confused what's going on now. And I know what everyone is. Oh, I think that's the nice thing about the Teensyville ones is that it's not like you've played a massive group game and then it's gone on for ages and you've not figured it out and blah blah blah. It's just they're a bit shorter and more chaotic, so at the end of it you're just a bit like, well. As long as fun was had. But yeah, what else did we get up to? Oh, I did willow weaving. Willow weaving was really nice. I made a massive obelisk. It was very therapeutic. And I was like, I would love to do that again. So I looked up willow weaving classes in Bristol. And it turns out that they cost like £130. And I was like, okay, maybe not. But I think it's because you make a basket over 3 days. Or 3 separate weeks, but 1 day a week sort of thing. So it does take up a lot longer than the thing that I made, but I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. But I would have loved to have made a basket because they look so cute. But yeah, in the Centre Parks one, it was either an obelisk for your garden or a wreath. And Alex made a wreath and I made an obelisk. But yeah, the price of willow these days, I know. But I was looking at tutorials for making a willow basket. And I reckon it's something that you could sort of bodge together if you had the willow for it, which I guess is probably the most difficult part of how do you attain. Well, I guess you have to, I think you can grow it. Because it's just you don't have to grow the full tree, you have to grow the will high, more like. True. I think you just grow a little bush worth, and then those are the tender bits that you use, it would seem. But yeah, it was really good fun. Where there's a willow, there's a way. There is a lot of willow trees in Bristol, but I don't know if you're allowed to go stealing the branches. It's gone so dark and it's so windy outside, and I have to go to the office after this and I'm scared. Also, I'm pretty sure I just got a message through from Kirsty saying that they've cancelled the Kirby Craft stream this week. So I might be changing the schedule again once more, but I don't know for why. How dare they? I know. How dare be do? Fifi, what are you thinking? Also, Kirby Craft might be changing dates to Thursdays. I guess that's changing days. Yeah, we might be changing days to Thursdays instead of Fridays throughout October. But I will confirm once I know. But yes, I could have actually watched this week because Nan has to sort out Grandpa stuff. Ah, well, it definitely won't be on Friday. Or will it? It might be. I'll never tell. I don't know what's happening to the schedule anymore this week. It's so all over the place. There's like 3 late nights that I'm doing. And I can't stream after 5 because I just don't know what's happening after then. It's my sleepy night time then. Oh, but I'll tell you one thing that might be happening. Artemis, so basically, I'm an editor on the Facebook page for the rescue, so I see messages that I shouldn't really see. But, well, I am allowed to see them, sort of. But yeah, I saw someone message the rescue asking about availability for Artemis. So Artemis might be getting a home soon, in the next month or so, once checks have been done and stuff. So, and I did get sent a photo saying, would this setup be good for Artemis? And I've okayed it. I have the hiccups. So, so yeah. Fingers crossed. She gets a new home. The only thing I've said is, like, they just have to be patient with her because she's still not very handleable. But I think she'll get there. I think they just need someone who is very, like, patient and regular and gives her own time to come to them, I think is the way. So yeah, but I think she'll thrive in a home that has lots of time for her. So yeah, fingers crossed. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off. And what's the rescue called again? It's Bristol Rabbit Rescue and Friends is the one that she is fostered through. And I'm hoping to do a fundraiser for them near Christmas, but the next fundraiser I'll do will be for Nibbles Rabbit Rescue. Well, rodent and rabbit rescue, but they currently don't have any rodents. But yeah. But yes. Shall we go to Sahana? Good morning, Sloth. Sniffer. Well, everyone, no stream from me today because I'm going into the office to record something, which I'll be excited to share with you, hopefully, unless it goes terribly. In that case, I'll never tell you about it. And then, so I'll be back tomorrow for Gerry's birthday. Gerry's birthday Bonui stream in the morning. So yeah. Yeah. Well, everyone, look after yourselves. I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Look at you both joints scrumpling. Bye-bye. Thank you, cow. Boop.